Do I need the show money?
Central London OSCE or London Hospital OSCE. You decide. Our Central London purpose-built NMC OSCE course and practice rooms include all of the equipment you need to practice for your NMC OSCE exam. You get the same expert team by your side, the same expertly prepared materials, and now a dedicated space built just for our international and return to practice nurses. And guess what? We've got an introductory special offer for when you book your NMC OSCE course at our website. Use company code LONDON to attend your 3-day Central London NMC OSCE course for an incredible $457.50. Learn more at www.oscenurses.com.
Hi, Manong George here and welcome to the channel. For today, meron tayong special edition of Do I Need? And isa sa mga laging tinatanong sa atin is, Manong George, do I need show money when coming to the UK? So for today, that's what we'll find out. So, what is show money? Okay? Show money basically is a financial requirement para pumunta sa UK. No? So, when asked, kailangan ba talaga ng show money? Do I really need show money for coming to the UK? The answer is yes and no. So, bakit yes and no? Let's find out. The reason for answering yes and no is there are different types of visa when you come here to the UK. So for today, we'll give you a rundown of what visas would you need when you come to the UK and which of them would need what we call a financial requirement or show money. Let's start with the travel visa. Now, when you're coming in the UK with a travel visa, kailangan mo ngayon ng financial requirement or show money. Now, wala naman talagang set na amount kung magkano yung show money na yon. So, the financial requirement should be able to show the UKBA that you can basically afford to stay in the UK, have enough money for your sustenance as well, and of course, pati na rin yung travel. Now, a good proof of this would be a 6 months bank statement na mapakita na kaya mong magstay dito sa UK. Now, just a word of advice, when you have travel visa, you are not expected to work. So that would be illegal. Basically, if you have a travel visa, you are a tourist here in the UK. Next would be the family visa. Now, this visa would be for somebody, let's say, who would be a partner or a dependent of a British passport holder or somebody who has British citizenship. So for family visa, you should be able to show that you have enough funds to accommodate yourself and your family member who is applying for the family visa. Now, the UKBA, wala naman talaga sila rin sinasabing financial requirement per se, pero salary here is very, very important. Doon ang requirement nila. So, paano yun? You should be able to provide a per annum salary of 18,600 pounds. That is combined for you and your partner. Now, pag nagkaroon pa kayo ng anak for your first child, second child, and third child, nag-iiba pa yan. Tumataas pa po yan. So, other very important requirements are your bank statements and your 6 months payslip. For another visa that requires show money would be the Tier 2 visa with non-A rated sponsors. So if you have a non-A rated sponsor and you have a Tier 2 visa, the requirement is that you have 945 pounds in your bank account for at least 90 days. Pero this amount, you don't really need to send it or to transfer it. Take note, you don't need to send it or transfer it. It just has to be in your account. So what if you have a dependent? They would have a Tier 2 dependent visa. Now, again, on top of your 945 pounds for the 90 days, you should be able to provide proof that you have 630 pounds per dependent. So, kung bawat isang dependent mo, asawa mo, 630 pounds, asawa or partner mo, 630 pounds, and bawat isang anak would be 630 pounds for the next 90 days din. Ano-anong visa naman yung hindi kailangan ng show money or ng financial requirement? Let's start with the Tier 2 visa with an A-rated sponsor. Now, if you have an A-rated sponsor, the savings of £945 for 90 days is waived off. Now, paano naman kung yung sa dependents mo? If you have a dependent, and of course, ang visa nila is Tier 2 dependent visa, pero again, under A-rated sponsor ka, hindi mo na kailangan magkaroon ng £945 na savings when you get your dependents. So, let's say you have your partner or your asawa, pag kinuha mo sila, kahit yung £630 na lang na requirement per dependent. Pero may exemption pa rin. If you have a certificate to say that your original sponsor would also provide £630 for you in a month to cover yung dependents mo, then you might not need to provide any other money. So in that regard, exempted ka. Next would be the health and care visa. Now, before we go on, we had a video of what the health and care visa is. Click into one of these boxes that would lead you to that video. Health and care visa, similar to Tier 2 na A-rated sponsor, hindi mo na rin kailangan magkaroon ng £945 na nasa bank account mo for 90 days to prove that you can go to the UK. The employers na merong sponsorship with a health and care visa would have that special certificate na pwede ka nilang kuhanin without you providing that £945 requirement. Now, be very careful. Kaya natin itong ginagawa is marami tayong mga kababayan na nagtatanong din sa atin na, Manong George, kailangan ba namin ng show money? Meron na kasi akong na-encounter na scams na kumakalat ngayon. May nagsasabi na kailangan daw ng show money. When in fact, nurse sila na nag-a-apply or that have been approved for a visa dito sa UK. So those are the type of visas that would require and not require a financial requirement pag papunta kayo dito sa UK. Now, this section, again, sasabihin ko lang, this is one of my favorite sections na itanong mo kay Manong. Now, isa sa mga tanong yan na nakita natin lately is, Manong, kailangan ba talaga ng show money? Kasi yung employer ko, parang hinihingan ako ng pera pambayad daw sa ganito. Medyo napaisip tuloy ako. Ang employer ba manghihingi sa iyo ng pambayad sa visa or pang show money? Ngayon, it turns out, marami ngayon mga scams na umiikot. And this is not just applicable para sa mga nurses alone. So be very careful. On this second part, bibigyan ko kayo ng mga tips on how to spot a scam, lalo na po pagdating sa pagpunta dito sa United Kingdom. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join our Facebook group, Filipino UK Nurse. Sign up to our website, www.filipinouknurse.com. So number 1, pinaka-importante po bago kayo mag-commit ng kahit ano is do your research. Pag meron kayong nakuhang job offer, you need to validate. Paano mag-validate? Search online. Tignan nyo kung sino ba yung pinasabi nilang rinirepresent nila kung agency man sila. Pag nakita nyo na kung sinong rinirepresent nila, kung yan po ay isang valid na UK business, institution, or whatever, pwede nyo po kayong, you can send them an email to confirm that this recruiter, this agency is working for them. That's the easiest step. Huwag po kayong maghiya, magtanong. Kasi maaaring yung isang recruiter na nagpapanggap lang na sinasabi nila, I'm representing this, I'm representing that. Sending an email straight to the employer can validate these claims. Isa pa pong pwede nyong gawin is check with the POEA. Meron pong list ang POEA ng mga approved recruiters sa Pilipinas na pwede nyong tignan kung nandun sila para po safe kayo. Huwag po kayong mahiya, humingi kayo ng license number at i-check nyo sa POEA listing kung nagtutugma po ito. Ngayon, paano naman po kung ang job offer ay galing sa isang direct UK employer? Una, you can check that UK employer if it's actually a true UK institution. Mache-check niyo yan sa company's house. We'll put the details somewhere in this video para pwede po kayong doon magpunta and you can search it in your own free time. You can also look into this employer if they have a license to sponsor. Paano po yan? We'll also put down the link for you to click on and type in the name of the employer that you're looking for. Lastly, when you do your research, you should also check for the validity of the job. Pumunta kayo normally dun sa mga websites nila and most often than not, kung halimbawa ang job entry, ang ina-applyan nyo pong trabaho, kunwari po, sa lagay natin, dahil ako po isang nurse, kunwari po, nursing. Malamang nandyan sa website nila yung posting na yon kung kung ano yung kailangan nilang nurse. Mache-check nyo po yan. So, again, do your research. Now, warning signs. Ano-ano yung mga titignan nyo? Dito po sa UK, halos lahat ng mga valid recruitment companies and institutions, let's say they might be a care home, private healthcare, private hospitals, or NHS, may sarili silang websites and email addresses. If this email address is from parang public emails like Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo Mail, mag-isip-isip ka na kasi hindi yan normal. Normally, all UK institutions would have their own email addresses. If they're from the NHS, it will say in their email at NHS something. Okay? So make sure to double check that. Now, if minsan naman, if it's a job na parang requirement talaga, for example, nursing, you can find this on the UK's shortage occupation list. Again, we'll send you a link down below para makita ninyo kung ano yung sinasabi ko. Now, other warning signs that you should look out for is look at the tone and grammar of their emails. Also, in emails nila, maraming mga spelling mistakes, which is highly unlikely when you're a professional recruiter. Isa pa, may dumulog sa atin before na nag-offer ang isang apparently recruiter ng job offer pero never pa siyang na-interview face-to-face. With that, you have to really think, totoo ba to? Also, very, very important, if you're on the early stages, let's say hindi ka pa nga na-interview, may job offer ka na, and then this recruiter might be asking you for your bank account details or your passport details, photocopy man yan or scan copy man, you should be very, very careful in giving this. At this stage, yung early stages na wala ka pang job offer, no recruiter should need those details from you. Lastly, ang pinakamatindi na modus. Okay? When you've seen all of those signs, minsan talaga, merong mga magsasabi talaga, very brazen ang sasabihin nila, I need money from you, padalhan mo ako dito, you need to wire money. When you say wire, you're using a remittances company, okay? Na i-wire daw yung pera sa isang UK address kasi ganito, or i-wire ang pera with all these details para daw ma-process or maayos na yung visa nyo. That is bogus. 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 That is fake. Be very, very careful. Walang matinong recruiter ang manghihingi sa'yo ng pera na hindi naman kailangan for processing. And mind you, halos lahat talaga, lalo na for our nurses, halos wala tayong binabayaran unless it's for our own tests. Like it's our NMC registration, IELTS OET, CBT, yan. Maaaring tayo pa muna yung magbabayad yan. Ang offer normally ng mga employers is reimbursement. Kung magre-reimburse sila. Hindi ko sinasabing lahat, pero normally reimbursement. Ang mali is yung nag-a-apply ka pa lang, hiningihan ka na ng pambayad. Which is hindi naman dapat manghingi ng pambayad sa'yo kasi ikaw mismo dapat ang nagpo-process nun. Now, finally, balik tayo dun sa topic natin na do I need show money when coming into the UK? Ang sagot, yes or no. Depending on your visa, hindi mo kailangan or pwedeng kakailanganin mo rin ng show money para makarating dito sa UK. For healthcare professionals like us nurses, there's no financial requirement na manggagaling sa atin. Kasi because of the visas that are provided to us, may that be a Tier 2 visa or health and care visa, which is now ngayon health and care visa na yung gagamitin, yung sponsors natin should be able to provide that requirement of 945 pounds. Exempted na tayo doon. Hindi mo na yung poproblemahin. Kung meron man nagsabi sa'yo na hindi, health and care visa pa rin yung meron ka or tier 2 visa meron ka, but they require you to pay, better think again. Remember yung sinabi ko kanina na things to look out for, double check on that, and it wouldn't hurt to ask. Okay? Be very careful when you provide personal details. So tandaan mo na lang, eto na lang ang hugot natin dyan. Masakit talaga mapaasa. Pero mas masakit yung napaasa ka na tapos nalugi ka pa. So that's the lesson for today. Wag na wag at basta-basta na lang maglalabas ng pera para sa application mo papunta sa UK. Make sure you validate and you check kung tama lahat ng information. So that's it for today. Thank you for this. Always remember, Manong knows.
Manong knows best. Manong knows best. Put your worries to rest when staying in the United Kingdom. Manong knows best.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join our Facebook group, Filipino UK Nurse. Sign up to our website, www.filipinouknurse.com.